Hey guys, no funny jokes or cold opens this time. Just want to say good morning, specifically to Halak. I hope you're watching. I hope you're watching, Yaroslav. Low quality fans of a high quality Bruins team, we got another dub! We have 22 of a possible 26 points. People want to talk about, I saw on Twitter some dude raging about how, well, you guys have played the most games. You've played the most games. So first of all, a bunch of teams have played 13 games. Second of all, does it matter? Are other teams going to go 10-1-2 to start the season? We have the best point percentage, the best win percentage, and we're second in the league in points because Toronto also has had a great start. Apparently, we rushed Grizz back, although they have said that it doesn't have to do with his last injury, or then someone else said it does, but I don't know. So Cliffy is back in because he's earned that spot. He has earned to be the first one back in. I was happy to see him. Halak gets his first start since February 1st, mostly because Ras kept getting so much time off between games that it didn't really matter, so they were able to keep him going. So Halak's in. I'm excited about that. Turns out I should have been. And then, before the game, two interesting things happened. First of all, Jack Edwards is the man to blame for it ending 1-0. Would you like to know why? I'm going to tell you anyway. Jack Edwards said verbatim, it's time for a blowout. They were talking about how we hadn't really blown many teams out. I think we've really only had one major blowout. Thanks, Jack. Appreciate that. Second thing that happened, and way more important, and something you've all probably seen, Mika Zibanejad is used to being the last one off the ice during warmups. And tonight, Marshy also wanted to be the last one off the ice after warmups. A respectful hockey player lets the home ice, home team, they get their last player off last. It's a superstition thing. I get that. A respectful player, Marchand, the Rat King, has built his career on being a not so respectful player. So yes, you have, please, absolutely, get angry about it, shout about it, how disrespectful, the traditions of the game. Fuck you. Marchand had to fight to get into the league doing what he's doing, and he's cleaned up his act a lot. This is what he does. He gets in people's heads. And yes, he ended up losing a game of rock, paper, scissors. So he did have to leave the ice first. So Mika, your curse is officially lifted. You're going to get a goal this game. What? I'm going into this one super confident. I am relaxed. I think we're a better team than the Rangers. I think the Rangers played a really solid game on Wednesday, and I kind of expected us to steamroll them this time. Super early in the game, couple minutes in, Cliffy makes an immediate mistake, and that's okay because our penalty kill is amazing. Cliffy gets his chance to come back and immediately clears the puck over the boards, no contact with the glass. That is just a really, really bad delay game penalty, which we'll take a few of those this game. A few notes about early game here. First of all, our penalty kill gets to work and they look great. Halak immediately looks super engaged. He looks locked in, and he'll continue that all night, obviously. On the other hand, we get an early power play chance from Smith getting tripped, and I'm not going to go into a lot of details with this one because it was really just sloppy. We're trying to feed two things, and throughout the entire game, the Rangers did an amazing job of staying on Pasta in his office over the left circle, really Ovi's office, but whatever, and taking away the bumper shot that Bergeron loves so much. We didn't get creative enough. And I honestly think we're more creative on the ice when McAvoy's on rather than when Krejci's on that power play unit. There is a moment that actually is proof of a recurring trend that has me worried. Coyle had an open shot in the slot. Now, not open, there was one defender within sticks reach of him, but he had a chance to shoot. Instead, he tries a little backdrop to Smith, who has more space, right? But Smith never ends up getting a good shot off. You are in a slump. Shoot the puck. One good bounce, and that slump's over, and you can relax a little bit. You can get back to your game. Don't overthink it. Do not overthink it. When I overthink things, I definitely that. Frederick looks way better. This was a way better game for him. He wasn't perfect, but he was very engaged, very physical, and don't just chalk it up to the fight. You got to look at a lot of the stuff the guy's doing. He has been skating hard in the past couple games. It just didn't seem he had the same tenacity. This game was way, way better. Love to see it. Another penalty goes the other way, but who cares? We kill it off. I gotta say, this whole period, Halak's on point and the fire is in the bellies. Both these teams played like this is a real series. And I'm starting to think these 2-game pockets in the season need to be a thing that sticks around long term. And I mean really sticks around. Not, oh, once in a while you have a back-to-back with a team. I mean half the season should be back-to-backs with teams. And getting familiar with these other players, no matter how much you study the game, there are times where you go like, okay, who the fuck is Hoden again? That's going to be great. I think this is something the league needs to keep. But on to the second with a tie game. We start the second a lot like we started the first. A penalty. Coyle with a lazy slash. It was a little bit of a weak call, but it was a slash. And off we go to the penalty kill. And again, we lock it down. Then the wheels come off, okay? So we get a power play opportunity because Corrali gets boarded by Lemieux. Okay, on we go. We don't make anything of it. Then Trouba absolutely demolishes Zaboral through the head. Let's be clear. Zaboral lowered his head. This is a really tough call to make if whether it was dirty or not. I understand why there was not a major with this call. After the hit, McAvoy jumps in to fight Trouba and gets kind of trucked. It was not much of a fight. McAvoy kind of ducks it right away. But who cares? He needed to step up. He needed to show, hey, this is a young guy. We're not gonna let our young guys get pushed around like that. This does result in a power play for us because McAvoy gets roughing, Trouba gets roughing, but Trouba gets a double minor for roughing. So we get that 2-minute power play. Power play is still trying to feed those 2 points, and the Rangers still doing a great job shutting it down. Nothing happening. The second line continues to show that they have great possession and that they understand how to play with each other. And they haven't had a lot to show for it, but then again, most of our lines haven't the past couple of games. Krejci exits the defensive zone cleanly. We all know how good he is at that. We love that. He gets it up to Ritchie. Just a simple change of speed move. He just picks it up. Little delay, boom, gone. He doesn't lose his defender, but he gets around him enough that he cuts in towards the net and throws it off the short side. Now, of course, Shesterkin has it completely locked up, but he gets baited a little bit. The rebound comes back out, and Ritchie goes for the puck. And Shesterkin, I think I've said that different 3 times now, he eases on the post just a fraction. You can see the tension let up a little bit because he's expecting the wraparound. But what Ritchie does is he just smacks it at the net again. Doesn't even think about it. Just smacks it right at the net. And it finds the smallest space. So small. So cute. Small things are cute. They're so cute. It's a cute little space. And it just, that's a goal. That's a Ritchie goal. It's his 5th goal of the season. His first at even strength. And Smith is sitting there going, I was the sniper. You guys brought me on to be the goal scoring second liner. And I'm getting outplayed by thick Ritchie over here. Like a Coke bottle. But like one of the, not the new ones, like the old thick Ritchie. Hey, how would you like a real fight? How about Trent Frederick? Trent Frederick gets in a massive tilt with Lemieux, and I'm talking, he gets it in. They are going at each other. They both get some good shots in. The things that are going through this guy's head. I'ma fuck him up. 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 Fuck him up. I just talked about how it's bad timing for a bad couple of games. And this is what a full-time NHLer does. They've had a bad couple of games, and they bring the heat the next game. It doesn't matter how they're going to affect the game. They know it's going to be full effort, and the effect is going to happen. Shortly after that, Corrali decides to take a boarding call. There are a bunch of penalties going all over the place. The refs have lost control. Cliffy gets into a nice fight as well with Howden. You can tell this team's just like, these young guys especially just go, I'm here. I'm so fucking sick of being worried about do I make the team. This is my time because you do not know when you get to come back. I mean, if I'm Seattle and I'm already kind of figuring who's being protected, who isn't, I'm looking at Cliffy, a right shot defenseman who can skate pretty well and throws the body. Yeah, thanks. That's my guy. Okay. I will get a Cliffy Seattle jersey. Fuck yeah. DeBrusk, another good game, but he can't really catch a break because he takes a Cliffy wrister right off the face. So that was fun. He's fine. Don't worry about him. He's a cocky guy. Come on. Lauzon and Buchnevich get into a tilt. Lauzon kicks him in the face with his fist 69 times. Nice fight. The refs at this point have realized they've lost complete control, and Lauzon gets a 10-minute misconduct. I'm not surprised. They needed to finally go like, all right, one of you is going. That's it. You started this shit. Get out. Another penalty early on, but this time it's on the Rangers. Again, we do nothing with it. Again, the Rangers are locking down our main 2 sources of plays for the power play. Had to get more creative. Then McAvoy ends up with a tripping call because of some accidental leg contact, but hey, that happens. Sometimes these calls go against you, so we're off to the PK. Bjork and Corrali out there for the penalty kill. Bjork defensively has been showing he can do this kind of stuff, so I was glad to see him trusted with such a big kill midway through the third. Our best player again was our goalie. This time it was Halak, and I love to see it, but you also get worried about it. Then the game gets super crazed, right? We end up with chances back and forth. Halak is standing on his head. So is Shesterkin, by the way. Shesterkin goes to the bench. What do? McAvoy immediately fires it over the boards. Clears everything, like blatantly too. But our penalty kill, amazing. That's a 1-0 dub! I love seeing the team, the boys, the gals, all of them, be able to finish this kind of game. This is a hard game to finish. Not a lot of offense. You know any chance either way could completely screw you. We fought the good fight, and the Rangers played a great game. They really did. Frederick, I already mentioned. Great game by him. Glad to see it. Most surprisingly, this actually might have been Bjork's best game. He did have a really bizarre pass back into our own slot from outside our zone to a Rangers player. Like, I literally mean, we finally got the puck out of our zone. We were pinned in for a while, and he just throws it right back into our slot, and there's blue right there. Really weird play. But other than that, he skated so well, it just kind of makes you wonder, like, why isn't this guy better? He is a great skater, but his IQ on the ice, I don't know his decision-making is crazy sometimes. I love that our team is winning one-goal games. That's playoff hockey. It shows that you can finish games. I'd like to see us build on leads sometimes. I mean, if we could just do that once in a while, like once every third or fourth game, build on a lead, that'd be really exciting for me. So just put it on the checklist, boys. Appreciate it. I've been hearing a lot of talk about what the toughest division is, and I still think it's ours. Currently, I think every team other than the Flyers and the Bruins have a negative goal differential. The records aren't super strong throughout. There's a couple teams around 500. There's teams that you would think would be better, Penguins, that aren't doing super well. But when you actually look at it, the big thing here is I still think we have the hardest division. It's just everyone keeps beating up on each other. I think most of these teams are pretty good. They're pretty solid. And when you watch these games, you're not like, Jesus, what's wrong with these? The Rangers fans are going nuts about how they're not living up to expectations. And I get it. But we just played them twice. And is that a bad team? That didn't look like a bad team to me. The Devils, are they supposed to be a basement team? Because they don't look like a basement team to me. There's not a team in our division that you can go in and just demolish. We don't have these games on our schedule that we can simply go in, put our foot on their throat, and then walk away. We don't have an Ottawa or Vancouver. We don't have a San Jose or Kings or Ducks. We don't have the Detroit Red Wings or the Chicago Blackhawks. We don't have these terrible teams in our division. And if you want to tell me the Rangers are one of the worst teams in our division, after what I just watched, that's a good team. There are going to be legitimate playoff teams in this division that don't make the playoffs, and it might be two. There might be two different teams that would legitimately make the playoffs in a regular season that won't make it this year. And I'm really starting to believe that. And people are starting to talk about, well, like, the differential isn't great, and nobody's record is all that impressive other than the Bruins. First of all, the Bruins have been shitting on everybody, so there's that. But secondly, we're all playing each other fighting for it. And I think that could be reflected come end of the year. I think that's a conversation that needs to start happening, where we start to go, how does this affect these playoff matchups? We're a quarter way through the season. It's way too early. But don't you think that a team that's playing hardcore games gets to the playoffs and they start to face a team that's been playing kind of softly? Those first two games, they could be ugly. They could be ugly in favor of that team that's been having to play at a higher level every night. This division might be an advantage to the teams in it. I don't know. Way too early prediction. I think the winner of this division coming out of the divisional round will win the Stanley Cup. Way too early prediction. I really think that. I think who comes out of this division wins the cup. Man, I'm just guaranteeing that we're fucked, aren't I? I made the Habs video. I just said that. Oh, no death threats yet, though, so that's good. This is also I think about all of you guys. This isn't even my cup. Thanks for watching. Go Bees!